Hello, hello. This is another recording, and this time I am recording. My intention is record a video that is where I'll continue to work on the Good Help Java project and its migration from PHP to Java. And let me start a 30-minute timer for that. As always, I'm going to spend enough time paying attention to my breath, paying attention to that I'm being recorded, and paying attention to the sensations I feel in my body, paying attention to the tension that I feel in real time in my body, to the emotions or the lack of emotions, or that I hear some external noise. This is why I look like this. So pay attention to my breath. I want to spend enough time on that. Let myself feel whatever comes, whatever I can feel, and spend time with that, and move forward with the project. But staying in touch with my breath, my body, and that's it. That is it. This is actually it is enough on itself. Breath and connection with my breath, my body, and emotions. I focus on that. It's on its own is a if you have ever tried that. If you ever tried that, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So, the main timer is up and running, and I will start plenty of 3-minute timers for to support myself in paying attention to my breath and my body, and returning to my breath and getting in touch with my body. And also I want to become aware, to notice, to add to my conscious, to my awareness that I'm being recorded right now, that I'm recording of this in a meeting room, in a public meeting room where I can be seen, where I can be heard. To a certain extent, there are curtains on the doors and wall that cover me up substantially, but not fully. And that's it. Oh, and also in one of the previous times recordings, I explored this concept of assumptions and being aware of assumptions, and I really find it very promising. And I'd like to somehow incorporate that into today's recording, into this recording, and into the future recordings. I don't know how to do it, but I think as I go, I'll discover ways to do this. Maybe sometimes I could stop and pay attention, or notice, or focus on the current the assumptions that will be running at place in that moment. And right now I feel tension in my body. I feel tension. Where do I feel tension? I feel tension in the lower part of my belly, and also around my right shoulder and in my neck. This is where I am finding tension. And oh, you know what? I just remembered. What I also want to do is to be from within my body, to speak from within my body. So to actually get in touch, get back inside my body and be present from that, from my body. It slows me down. I don't mind it slowing me down, and this is one of the things that main things that I wanted to practice and to play with, is doing this from within my body. So, and saying words and perceiving this from my body. Okay. I also have, and I've had this idea several times, I could experiment with writing on my iPad with this pencil and see how does it feel for me to write some things on the iPad while I'm recording this video. I might experiment with it. I might not experiment with it. We'll see. I'll see. And it is so interesting how this saying these words, but also being inside the body, like from within the body, feels like a practice on its own. Getting back to my breath, feeling my body, and also doing these things or letting next things to come, next words to come, and not losing, staying in touch with my body, being present in my body, feels like a work on itself, and it's an attractive work. I like it, and I'm afraid. I'm scared. What's the difference between I'm afraid and I'm scared? Okay, so first of all, I want to start a couple of several containers from this Docker folder where I have Docker Compose configuration. And to do that, I'll use a cool IntelliJ this cool IDE feature, open in terminal, where I click on the file that I want to open in or folder, and then click terminal, open in terminal, and it starts a new terminal from in the folder this file is located. So it's Docker, and I don't have to spend any time this is cool, navigating, finding the folder. I can just start doing what I want to do in this folder. So let's run I don't remember the command, so I will cheat a little bit and use reverse iSearch with Control R, and let's run. Oh, Docker isn't running? What? I thought, where is Docker? Okay. Let's start a new Finder window and go into the applications folder and start Docker from here. I want to have the Docker backend running before I run this command. Let's try this one. Great. And now I can Docker plugin. Can we? Oh, I probably need. Do I need? Well, let's install the plugin. But I think it, based on this lock icon, I need to have IntelliJ, not a different version, like the Ultimate Edition, not the Community Edition. I don't know. Okay, and now let's start the application. Oh, and I totally cannot remember where I stopped at. I think it was what's the port? What is the port? Resources. Where do I find the port? Oh, it's 8080. Okay. Great. So I'll need to do it this way, and cool. And as far as I remember, we had this one's weird because maybe the link is wrong. Oh yeah, because now, oh, what the hell? This is weird. Why is this thing not adaptive? Probably because it was unable to load some style sheets. No. Okay. What is this? How is it that it feels like this is not where we stopped at, and oh, probably this is because of these guys, like because of the text below the name. Is it like this? Font weight. Do we have any limit to it? I think not. I cannot see any limit. 30. Okay, what if I do it this way? Yeah, it works. So I don't know why it doesn't work. Who knows? But the more interesting issue is that this link is not a correct link, and let's fix this. For that, I'll find the template that is responsible for rendering these cards, these therapist cards, but I don't remember where was it. It's not therapist. It's in the lending folder, and I just noticed that. So some sensations came up in my body, tensions. I noticed new tensions. I noticed that I do not enjoy the current moment as much as I had been enjoying before. So something changed, and I don't know what. I don't know what changed. Maybe I'm tired. But maybe something came up. Some emotions that I don't want to feel. What I can do currently is say something like, and relate to it as like, of course I feel this tension, of course I don't feel well, of course this is happening. Well, first of all, because it is happening. It's not just a random thing that is happening. And most likely something started to appear, started to bubble up. Something that wasn't loved before, that I and I just want to spend some time noticing my current state, not skipping it, not avoiding it, letting it be, and seeing it as appealing and as desired, as welcomed, as the enjoyment state. It changes, it moves, and I can notice heat and I can notice heat in my body. Because my main goal for doing this, is to create conditions for more of myself to appear, to get more in touch with myself, to learn more about myself from this angle, in this environment. And right now, and I think that focusing on prioritizing, even staying in touch with myself, especially when something comes up, when some sensations come up or some dissociation come up, is actually the essence of what I'm doing right now, what I'm doing here, or what my intentions are. So prioritizing this connection with myself during these recordings is is the meat and potatoes, is the meat of this work, of this. And I can totally notice this. It feels interesting. It feels right. It feels right. I notice that this the way I am right now is it's different from when I'm not like this, and and I can notice that connection with myself, and I also can notice the difference between when I'm not connected with myself and when I am. And right now I am dancing around and playing with being connected with myself. And I think that one of the things that happened in that moment when I discovered this is something, some mechanism, some pattern, something cut that connection, something influenced that connection, and I lost it. Maybe it was frustration. Maybe it was some feelings that I didn't notice in the moment, but now I can notice the difference. And yes, it was connected or related to this not working properly, and also to the way that I am used to work on these things. And also this guy that I hear talking in the adjacent room influences me and triggers me or makes me to start losing that connection. It's interesting, is it related to certain emotions, or it's to certain fears, or to certain assumptions, or maybe all of that, but for sure it feels disconnecting. It feels disconnecting. And getting back to being connected with myself, to feeling this connection, to saying like, oh, let's slow down, let's not, getting to fix this card or to fix this link, it's not as important as maintaining this connection and experimenting with it, playing with it. For sure, people that walk around this room that I hear, this actually makes me lose that connection. So I want to take some time to feel this connection with myself, with the present. And it also feels like a practice to maintain, to put some effort into maintaining this connection while I hear the sounds, like sounds people make around me, and stay like, okay, I'm saying some things, I'm here, I'm doing this, and people around me are walking, doing their things. And at the moment that I hear some noise that people make around me, I notice how I'm like, and that connection wants to disappear, to lose, to stop, to be broken. Something breaks or wants to break this connection. What is this? And it requires some effort to stay connected. When I hear those sounds, and it feels like a workout, like some work, that actually I can do. That, how do I say this in English? How do I say this? That starts to work out, that I start to kind of get it, that I feel like I'm becoming better at it, that I can do it, that I'm able to do it, or that I become able to do it. I see progress in that. I feel progress in that. And this is so cool. Okay. But I also want to fix this freaking link here, because why not? So this, let's investigate the issue. But I want to investigate it and pay attention to that connection that I have with myself, to maintain this connection, and return back to the connection when I lose it, or when I notice that it's not maintained. Cool. But do I need to have this tracking data? I don't think so. Let's remove it. Therapist card. So that card is in this template. And let's see. Stretched link. What is this? I don't know at all how this works. So probably it would be a good thing to... So what do we have here? We have this thing. It is a special symbol that I can use to do something, but oh, okay. So what happens if I do it like this? What happens if I use a relative route? What happens if I use a relative route? How is it? How can I know that okay, exception. There are exceptions here. What? Oh, 30 minutes. 30 minutes are up. But let's quickly investigate this templates landing. Cool. But what if I do? What if I rebuild it and reload this page? That fixed the link. Look at that. So I click view profile. Now it works. Okay, it was a wild guess that actually turned out to be true. This is great, and I will stop for today. So the next thing that I want to let me quickly what? Let me quickly go over my intentions about this. So the next thing that I want to do is to see how I can make this profile to be filled with therapist actual information, data, because right now it's not, it does not reflect the things that are the way they are in the original PHP project. So this therapist profile would in the original project contains way more information than this. And what I remember that when I looked into the source code, the original source code, all that information was inside Twig templates, not inside the database. So I think that I want to change that and think of a way to store the information in the database, in a database, or in Postgres in this case. But for that, I'll need to collect that information from those templates and structure it in a certain way. I'm not sure that I want to do that, but also it might be a good thing to practice problem-solving thinking in Java. I think that I want to take the data from those Twig templates and then store it inside Java code, not inside the database as the first step. So take the therapist info, put it inside maybe a map, or most likely it'll be a map, a hash map. And then when I see the shape of the data, I will think of ways of storing it in the database if needed. And that's the plan. So thanks Dima for finding energy to record this video, to practice. I'm gonna thank myself for doing that. And the main highlight of today's video is this connection thing that I discovered about prioritizing this connection with myself instead of results in terms of like video, words that are said, code that is written, none of that. Connection with myself. And when I do this, especially, I notice how sensations, the state of my body changes, how sensations in my body change from moment to moment. Okay, and this is it for today. I will see you in the next video.